G'day Carbonites, welcome back to Space Engineers Survival Maybe. So last episode I got some really good ideas on what we can do with this place and make it look better. But I'm not gonna do that this episode. I want to start a new project which is gonna keep us busy for a little while. Actually, it's quite a big project, but it'll be worthwhile. So we will leave this as it is, much to the disgust of many people. It turned out all right. Obviously the outside's probably the worst, but I'm sure we can fix that. One of the ideas is to extend out this way and maybe have like a grand entrance or something like that. And I think that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. Sounds like a pretty good idea. Okay. We're going to start a very big project. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to finish it this episode. It's going to actually take me quite a few hours to build it. Looks like we got some damage here from the drones. Whether it was debris or actual gunfire, who knows? Let's get that welded up. Okay, so how to do this? I have a vision in my head of sort of a mobile base. I want a large rover that we can use to take to pirate bases and basically loot them. The reason why we're going to go with wheeled is because it takes hardly any power to run it. So we can carry huge amounts of weight without expelling huge amounts of energy. Energy is still a major issue for us. In terms of expansion, we've got enough to... That's bad. We've got enough to like keep us going at this rate, but not enough to expand, which is what I really want to do. So power's going to have to be an issue. I'm waiting for someone to make a mod where they have basically, if you didn't see the stream, where the hell did that go? There it is. Don't put empty bottles in the bottle container. They won't get filled. Yeah, so basically, if you didn't see the stream, I tried my satellite, solar satellite idea, and it worked really, really well. But because it was so big, it utilizes so many solar panels, it causes a lot of lag. So I'm hoping someone's going to make a mod, basically like a mod that'll give you 10 solar panels connected together as a single item that you place. And then what you can do is you can have that one item generate enough power as 10 individual solar panels, if you get what I mean. So basically it cuts down on the CPU power required because it's only calculating one solar panel, but it still gives the illusion of a whole bunch of solar panels. So that's what I'm waiting for there. If worse comes to worse, I will most likely learn how to model and mod, and I'll make my own because I'm desperate for it. But I'm hoping that some of you guys are really good with modeling, and well, you don't even need to be good with modeling, I guess. It's just taking the vanilla assets and gluing them together basically to create an extra big solar panel. Now I know there is a million solar panel mods on there on the workshop, which are all overpowered. They generate a huge amount of electricity, but it's just a single solar panel. I still want to give the illusion that we've created a massive solar array. Anyway, enough blabbering on. Let's get into this. I'm wondering where we should build this. The vision in my head is a massive wheeled base, basically. Now I've already designed it. I designed it in my streams. If you missed that, so we're gonna use the blueprint. I'm thinking maybe we just build a welding platform out here in the front yard, because in that way I don't need to weld it up by hand. Yeah, I'm thinking about all the trips I'm gonna have to do with my inventory full. It's going to be a lot easier just to weld it out here. All right, let's do it. We need a conveyor port from somewhere. I'm going to cheat here and go into spectator cam. That's not too bad. If I build a pipes, tube to pipes there, and then run it up through in between here, we can link up with the old tunnel. Yeah, that's probably going to be the best bet. All right. There it is. All right, that looks good. All right, what I might do is, actually I'll leave that for now. All right, so we're going to have this sitting here, which will connect them up. And then I'm going to put a small cargo container here, because I think what I might do is leave this small cargo container here as an access port. So if we're at the front of the base, we have somewhere we can access things from fairly easily. But I'm thinking we just remove this window and then run some pipes out. Build on a bunch of welders with a piston system. And we should be good to go. All right. Okay, all welded up. Now, this is facing the right way, isn't it? Yes. Okay, small cargo container. Not in that color. Okay, we'll try and blend it in a little bit. Beautiful. Okay. Get rid of that window. Now I think just because this is going to be temporary, we'll just run regular. Oh damn. Should I get rid of my light? Or go around it? I think I'm gonna go around it. Like I said, this is just a temporary thing anyway, so. That's ridiculous. Now this will lag the game something horrible. So this is not something we're going to be able to keep. Because we're about to have a stupid amount of welders on this. Okay, so the core is going to be 5 blocks wide, and then I think we need 3 blocks for the wheel suspension, And then I think it's another 2 blocks for the wheels themselves, because we're going to utilize the large 5x5 wheels. So that's the wheel, that's the suspension, and then 1, 2, 3, that is the center there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, another 7 on this side here. And that should be good to go. Yeah, so let's just run this back as far as we can. This is ridiculous. I might break my game here. So I'm thinking how big this is, but I'm so lazy. Like, I don't want to weld this thing up by hand. It's going to be ridiculous. Even a welding ship sounds like a lot of trouble to me. Like, it sounds like an absolute nightmare, because the welders actually take a fairly long time to weld up blocks, whereas the hand welder can weld everything up super quick. Maybe I should look at a mod for tiered welders that increase welding speed, because then that would make me use welding ships a lot more if I could upgrade the welders to something that is on par with our welding tool that we have. Fit one more row in. I think we'll do that, because then what that will do is it'll actually embed it into the voxels. So if this piece gets broken, the whole thing doesn't just fall on the ground and break. I don't even know if I've got enough resources to build this thing. But I don't care. It's going to be good when it's finished. It might take us a few episodes, but it'll be something that we can use for a lot of different missions. Okay, now how long is this thing? Each wheel is, I believe it's 4 blocks. And then we've got a block of 3. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4. That does 2 wheels and 2 gaps. Three wheels. And then the center section is, I think it's 5 blocks. It might be 7. We'll go 7. I believe that's how long it is. It's massive. Absolutely massive. Now this this project in itself, like this just welder wall here, is like, it's a pretty big undertaking by itself. Looking at all the components that each one of these is going to need. But I'm hoping that once I weld up one of them, they'll start welding each other, if you know what I mean. I'm hoping that's what's going to happen, because I don't want to weld these up either. I'm extremely lazy. I think every good engineer is lazy. Because you end up engineering something to make your job easier. Oops, I added an extra one there. That's all right. Okay, now we need a way to make sure each one of these rows can actually transfer materials to each other. because there's no conveyor port on either of those sides. It's only on that side and the bottom, of course. So while we've got each row all connected, I mean, you know, like that entire row will be connected, but these two rows won't be connected to each other. So I was kind of hoping to avoid using junctions as they require a lot of CPU processing power. But I can't see any other way around it. Unless we daisy chain them like this. And on the other side, we do the opposite. So we'll connect these two. That might make it a bit easier. Okay, so even though we don't need to weld up the welders themselves, because I have a feeling they're going to do themselves, we will need to weld up these. So that in itself is going to be a fairly big project. Because each one takes 12 small steel tubes. If I can speak. There it is. Connected. Alright, so let's start this off. Let's see if we can get a couple welded up. That'll do. Okay, we need a control panel right there. Okay, welders. 660 welders. Yeah, okay. Actually, what if can we just type in incomplete? Yes. Where the hell are they coming from? Alright, looks like they're all just welders. That's good. Let's grab all of those, turn them on. And 4. And break the game. Okay, that's good. It is working the way I thought it was going to. Why did it stop? Are you guys still on? Oh, the connection. These guys can't get any parts yet because we need to go down the entire row. So why isn't that one welding? Yeah, both of these two rows should be welding those two ones over there. Damn it. It's not working the way I thought it was going to. I'm going to have to keep helping it along. I think maybe once we get the first row done, everything will be fine, I think. I hope. I just put all the components in there, it should weld them up. Should being the key word. That's what it looks like it's doing. Once we get a full connection, everything in this row will be able to get parts, and everything in this row will be able to get parts. What's going on? Did I miss one? It's been really weird. It's like I've got to help it out. Because they've all got components in them now. I mean, it's still better than welding them all up by hand. But it's not quite as good as I thought it was going to be. This is just the first stage of the project. I just thought about something. After we've built the mammoth is what I'm calling it. We've got to tear this thing down and somehow get all those resources back. Oh yeah, there we go. That whole row started then. Surprisingly, the game is handling that quite well. I really thought I was going to break the game with that many welders. I guess it's only 2 rows that are running at one time. The real test will be when we're building the mammoth, because basically every welder will be running. I think we might have run out of something. It's the only thing I can think of, because it was running perfectly fine there. Actually, we can check in here, right? We are completely out of construction components. How's everything else? Everything else looks pretty good considering. Yeah, we'll leave that for now. I'm not sure what we're gonna do here. We're lagging behind now. I can't believe we burnt through 8,000 construction components that quickly. In that case, I've severely underestimated how many we need. That's a design flaw. Oh, it's not in there, it's just in the actual text. We need like 15,000. I mean, it's not enough to build the whole thing in one go, but it'll be a lot better. Well, it looks like this is definitely going to take a couple of episodes, guys. Unfortunately. So I'm going to have to cut all of this out, because it's going to take a very long time to weld all these up. Yep, very long time indeed. I'm gonna leave it here. We're gonna call this the Sorry if you can hear that. We're having a massive thunderstorm here at the moment, which is another reason why I want to end the episode. We're going to call this the Welder flatbed project, because this in itself is a massive project. So after this is finished, then we'll start the mammoth project. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, guys. As always, don't forget to lead your targets, and I'll see you next time.